in the incomer of 11 kV switch gear. So we have two incomers. First is incomer 1 in 11 kV switch gear. This is the Ciprotec relay of 11 kV switch gear. And this is incomer 2 of 11 kV switch gear. And this is the Ciprotec relay installed in the incomer 2. So the purpose of this test is to check the signal interface between 132 kV Ciprotec relay and 11 kV Ciprotec relay. So what's the setup for that? The setup is that this is the Ciprotec relay installed in the 11 kV switchgear. It has a hardwired interface with the ABB relay installed in the 11 kV switchgear incomer. Now the actual control of the switchgear is through the ABB relay. So there is a hardwired signal interface between the Ciprotec relay installed in the 11 kV switchgear incomer and the ABB relay also installed in the 11 kV switchgear incomer. But this Ciprotec relay is connected through a fiber optic link to 132 kV Ciprotec relay. So we will simulate the signals from 132 kV Ciprotec relay to 11 kV Ciprotec relay and then check the hardwired signaling with the ABB relay in the incomer. So in order to simulate signals from 132 kV Ciprotec relay, what we have done is we have configured the Ciprotec relay of another incomer panel, which is incomer 2. We have configured this Ciprotec relay as a 132 kV Ciprotec relay just for simulation, and we have connected both these relays like this 132 kV Ciprotec relay is connected to the fiber optic link to the 11 kV Ciprotec relay. This is the 11 kV Ciprotec. So I will call this the incomer 1 relay as 11 kV Ciprotec relay, and incomer 2 relay will be 132 kV Ciprotec relay. So now we have programmed it as 132 kV Ciprotec relay, and we will check the signal exchange between from the 132 kV Ciprotec relay. We will check the signal exchange from 132 kV Ciprotec relay to FO link to 11 kV Ciprotec relay, and then check the hardwired signal interface between the 11 kV Ciprotec relay and the ABB relay installed in the 11 kV switch. So in total we have 8 signals. We will go one by one and explain as we go. So let's start the first signal. This is an overview of the signal list. You can see this will be part of the signal test report. So let's start the first signal. The first signal is 132 kV CB closed and 132 kV R switch open, 11 kV CB closed permissive. That means if this condition is true in the 132 kV side, then we will have the permission to close the 11 kV CB, the 11 kV circuit breaker. So this is a signal from 132 kV side to 11 kV side. So let's simulate that. Now for this signal we have assigned a binary input in the 132 kV Ciprotec relay. We'll show you that. So this signal, this is the 132 kV Ciprotec relay, which is now being configured as. This is now configured as 132 kV Ciprotec relay. So here we have assigned the binary input 1. You can see this is high now. This binary input is high. So when this binary input is high, then it sends this signal through this fiber optic cable to the 11 kV Ciprotec relay. So now let's check it. So this is the 11 kV Ciprotec relay. Now as you can see here, we have configured, now this is the 11 kV Ciprotec relay that we are testing right now. This is the main relay that we are testing. So as you can see, we have configured an LED which is CB close permissive. So the 11 kV CB can close now. This LED 5 is configured on this. We'll also show you the signal input to this relay. Actually, this relay is getting the signal from 132 kV through a fiber optic, and then it's sending this signal to ABB relay. So this signal is the DO, the binary output of Ciprotech relay and binary input of ABB relay. So I will show you in the signal list the input output point. So this is these three columns are for 132 kV Ciprotech relay, and these columns are for 11 kV Ciprotech relay. So this signal is coming through FO link to the 11 kV Ciprotech relay, and this 11 kV Ciprotech relay is sending the signal to ABB relay through its binary output number 3. So we'll show you the binary output 3 will be high now in the 11 kV Ciprotech relay. So as you can see, this is binary output, and the binary output number 3 is high now. Okay, it's high now. And for the ABB relay, on which input it's coming, this binary output of Ciprotech relay is coming on binary input 1 of X120 card of ABB relay. So this is ABB relay side. So we'll show you the input. That will also be high now. So that is true now. You can see X21. And we have also configured an LED for this. As you can see here, 132 kV CB closed / open. So it is showing as green. It is showing this LED green. It means that 132 kV CB is closed, and we are allowed to close the 11 kV circuit breaker. So now let's actually check this. So all other conditions should be satisfied for this. As you can see, we are getting some synchro check block. So we'll have to provide the line side voltage for it. So let's provide the line side. We have simulated the VT connection for this. So I will just turn this breaker on. This provides the line voltage to the incomer. So you will see that it's all okay now. Everything is good. We are good to go. There is no alarm, no error. All LEDs are green. So now we can close the breaker. Okay. So we'll try it. So we have 132 kV circuit breaker is already closed, and we are allowed to close the 11 kV breaker. I close it. So the breaker has closed. So this is again, I will reiterate that this is the 11 kV Ciprotech relay that we are testing right now. We are receiving the 11 kV CB close permissive from 132 kV side, and we were allowed to close the breaker, and we have closed it. So I will open it. Now we will retry this test by inverting the signals on the 132 kV side. So wait. So as you can see, we configured binary input 1 of 132 kV Ciprotech relay as a permissive signal. So we will just remove this signal, it will become 0. So for that we have interlocked with the test plug for only testing. So as you can see, so the binary input 1 is 0 now. There is no signal here. Now we will go to the other side. 11 kV Ciprotech relay. As you can see here, now this LED is red, 132 kV CB closed open. So it means now 132 kV CB is open, and I am not allowed to close the 11 kV breaker. Actually 132 kV circuit breaker should close first, only then 11 kV can close. So we'll also show you the signals. Here show the binary output of the 11 kV Ciprotech relay that is going to the ABB. So it is BO3. As you can see, the Ciprotech relay output BO3 is 0. This is the output of this Ciprotech relay to the ABB relay. So please show in the ABB relay which was that signal? X20. So as you can see, X20 input 1, it's false. Okay, so we have checked this, and now we will actually try it. As you can see, we are not there is no permission from 11 kV side. From 132 kV side, and we will try to close the breaker. All other conditions are okay. As you can check, the voltage is present. Everything is okay, so we'll try the closing of the breaker. See, it is not closing. I am giving the command through this TNC switch, close, but it's still open, not closed. So this completes our first signal check. We have checked the 11 kV CB close permission. The 11 kV CB can close only when 132 kV circuit breaker closes. Only after that we can close it. So we have checked this. Both the conditions, the permission also checked and the invert signal also checked. So now we proceed to the next signal. It is the same. It is also coming from 132 kV side, to 11 kV side, this signal is the intertrip signal. I will show you. Any fault at 132 kV breaker, fault intertrip from 132 kV. So this is an intertrip from 132 kV to 11 kV. So, and this signal is coming to the 11 kV Ciprotec relay through a fiber optic link, and this 11 kV Ciprotec relay provides the signal on output BO number 2, and it goes to the ABB relay input number X115BI6. So now we will check this signal. Okay, first give me the permission to close 11 kV breaker so that I can actually close it, and then we will check the actual trip on the system. So now I have the permission. I have the permission to close the breaker. As you can see, the 132 kV breaker is closed. So I will close it. So now the breaker is closed. Now I will simulate the intertrip from the 132 kV side. So for that, we have configured another input in the 130. This is 132 kV Ciprotec. We have configured another input which is binary input number 2. So when we force this input high, then we will get an intertrip signal on the other side, and you will see that the breaker will trip. So right now the breaker is closed. Just now I closed the breaker of the other side, which is 11 kV. So as soon as we force this input, you will hear the sound that the breaker will trip. See, now I will show you the breaker has tripped, and we'll also have the indication here. You can see the breaker has tripped. We have the trip LED. The breaker is open now. And we also have assigned an LED for this, which is LED number 4 intertrip on the Ciprotec relay. It means this 11 kV Ciprotec relay has received an intertrip from 132 kV Ciprotec. So now we'll show you the exact signal. So this is coming on binary output number 2, okay? And this relay, from this Ciprotec relay output number 2, it is coming to X115 binary input number 6. So 6 is 2 now. So, and on the ABB relay it's also configured that we have received 132 kV intertrip. Okay. So anything else in this? So that completes this intertrip signal from 132 kV to 11 kV. We have shown you the actual tripping of the breaker, and also we have shown you the signal input outputs, the signal conditions on the relevant input output block. So now we move to the next signal, which is marked here as signal number 3. No, okay. So first we will check all those signals which are coming from 132 kV side to 11 kV side. Let's first check all those signals. Those are total 3 in number. 2 we have already checked, which are coming from 132 kV to 11 kV. The first signal that we checked was permission from 132 kV to close the 11 kV breaker. Next signal was intertrip from the 132 kV side. Now third signal we will check. It's also coming from 132 kV side. Okay. So what is this signal? This signal is the status that 132 kV CV is open, so that the 11 kV earth switch can close. We have the permission to close 11 kV earth switch. So this signal is coming from 132 kV relay through this FO link to the binary output. It's coming to this 11 kV Ciprotec relay through a fiber optic link, and it is coming on binary output 5, and through binary output 5 of Ciprotec relay it is going to ABB relay X120 binary input 4. So this is the hardwired link between Ciprotec 11 kV Ciprotec relay and ABB relay. So we'll show you this. Initially we will normalize this. We will simulate the condition in which we can close the 11 kV earth switch. So this is a signal from 132 kV side to close the 11 kV incomer earth switch. So we'll check the condition. So there are other interlocks as well in this. For the 11 kV incomer, if we want to close or operate the arc switch, the breaker needs to be racked in. As you can see now, right now, this is red now. Okay, that signal is also red. That means the breaker is racked in now. As you can see inside also, the breaker is inside now. It's in service position. So, in order to operate the arc switch, which is down there, you can see, we need to operate this lever. We need to press this. So this should completely go down. Then we can insert the crank lever and operate the arc switch. So, but this we cannot operate this now because it's interlocked with the circuit breaker. So first of all, we need to normalize this. Before we check the interface signal between 132 kV and 11 kV, we will normalize. We will see that we can operate the arc switch. So for that, I will rack out the breaker first. Okay, you hold this. But first of all, I need to open the breaker. The breaker is closed, so I will open the breaker. I opened the breaker, now I will rack it up. Now I have racked out the breaker. As you can see, it's green now. This signal is green now. The breaker is open and it's racked up. And as you can see in the window also in this glass, the breaker is out now. It's racked up. So now we will check if we can operate the arc switch. Still unable to I can show you completely. This is the volt insert the RAM, so I cannot fully press it to create space for the crankshaft. So first we are going to force the signal from 132 kV, which is the permission to operate the arc switch of 11 kV. So for that, we have configured another binary input on the. So this is 132 kV Ciprotec relay, from where we are going to force this signal, permission signal. So we have configured binary input 3 only for testing purpose. As you can see, the binary input 3 is now it's not high, it's 0. So there is no permission to close the 11 kV arc switch. So that's why I'm not able to operate the arc switch there. So now we will force this and then we'll check it in. So this binary input 3 is linked to this ABB relay, so we will force it through ABB relay. That's only for simulation. Okay, now we have forced it. As you can see, the binary input 3 is high now, it's 1. So let's check on the other side. So we have configured this signal. Now this is the 11 kV Ciprotec relay. So we have configured this signal on the 11 kV Ciprotec relay LED. As you can see, this LED number 6, the LED number 6 is ES close permissive. So that means we can close the arc switch of this specific panel, this incomer panel. We have the permission. So let's check it. Let's check it actually. When we not able to press it completely, so maybe it's interlocked with something else. Let's check it again. Okay, so I got it. Actually, we cannot operate the arc switch until the line voltage is present. I'll show you in the screen. We have the line voltage. as you can see, we have the line voltage. So first I need to clear that. So I will switch off the line voltage. So now there is no voltage on this 11 kV panel line side, the cable side. Now I will check again. So still I have this earth switch close permission. This is 11 kV Ciprotec relay, and I have this permission from 132 kV side to operate this earth switch, the earth switch in this panel. So let's check again. So this is the hole to insert the earth switch. So as you can see, now I can fully press. So I can just insert the crank here and rotate it, and my earth switch will close. So that's the interlock with the earth switch. So I can close the earth switch. Okay. Now we will try the reverse. Right now, the binary input 3 is high, so we have the permission. This is 132 kV Ciprotec relay. Now we will invert this signal, so there will be no permission now to operate 132 kV. So this is 132 kV Ciprotec relay. So now we have created the opposite condition. So as you can see, this is 11 kV Ciprotec relay. As you can see, the earth switch close permission. We don't have the LED. So we don't have the permission to close the earth switch. So let's check the earth switch again. Then we operate the earth switch. So this is the hole for the earth switch. I will check it. So I cannot press it and open this hole to insert the earthing lever. Okay. So that's how it's interlocked. So we have checked the interlocking between 132 kV side and 11 kV side. So we'll also show you the input outputs of this. So we are getting this signal 11 kV earth switch close permission from 132 kV relay, and it is coming to the Ciprotec relay, and the Ciprotec relay outputs this signal on BO5, and it comes on the ABB relay X20 BI4. So let's show this. We'll show you this. Let's see this. So X20 BI1. As you can see, this is true. That means we have the permission. Now I have the permission. Yes. So no, but we. So as you can see, X20 BI4 is false. That is, we don't have the permission. So give the permission from 132 kV side. So you will see. So this LED is red now. So we have the permission, and you can see here this input has gone high, the binary input port. So actually the controller is the ABB relay. All the control of this specific panel, the breaker control, the switch control is through this ABB relay. So that's why there is a hardwired interface between Ciprotec relay and ABB relay. So the Ciprotec relay receives this signal through fiber optic from 132 kV side, and it gives the signal through hardwire to the ABB relay, and the ABB relay controls the breaker and that. So now we have completed the three signals which were coming from which come from 132 kV side to 11 kV side. So we have checked all those three signals. Now we check the other three signals which are opposite. Those signals are coming from 11 kV to 132 kV side. So let's check those signals. Which signal? This one. Okay. So I will show you this signal. It is on serial number 3. Okay. So what is this signal? 11 kV CV in open, 11 kV CV in service, 11 kV earth switch open, no fault at 11 kV. So this is the AND operation. These are 3 or 4 signals. So we have the AND operation of this signal. So if this happens, if these conditions are true on the 11 kV side, then the 11 kV Ciprotec relay will send a signal to 132 kV Ciprotec relay. What will be that signal? Close permissive to 132 kV. It means if these conditions are true on 11 kV side, then the 132 kV circuit breaker can close. So this is a signal from 11 kV to 132 kV. So this signal close permissive to 132 kV side. Let's check the full loop of this signal. So all this information is gathered by the ABB relay, and this ABB relay outputs this signal on X10SO1. So this is the binary output of the ABB relay. So the ABB relay is getting the status of the breaker, the 11 kV breaker, the 11 kV arc switch, and if there is a fault or anything on the 11 kV panel. So all this information is gathered by the ABB relay installed in the incomer panel. So that signal comes on output X10SO1 of ABB relay, and it is input to the 11 kV Ciprotec relay through a hardwired signal. As you can see, this is coming on BI5 of 11 kV Ciprotec relay, and this signal is sent through a fiber optic link to 132 kV Ciprotec relay. Now, how we are going to simulate this? We will create actual conditions on the 11 kV panel, and on the 132 kV side we have configured an LED for this. It's LED 1, yes?
Oh, yes.
LED 1. For just for simulation purpose, the 132 kV Ciprotec relay that we are using here, we have configured LED number 1 of that Ciprotec relay to check this permissive signal, this close permissive signal to 132 kV. So this is a signal coming from 11 kV and going to 132 kV side. So that's why we have configured an LED on 132 kV Ciprotec relay. So now let's check this signal. So what's the normal condition? Let's check. So let's normalize. I have a red indication here on ABB relay. It's because of the voltage. So I will inject the line side voltage. Now let's check any other fault. So everything is okay on this ABB relay. But the breaker is not in service. You can see the breaker is in test position. Okay. So it means all these conditions are not true. So there are actually how many conditions in this signal? We have 4 conditions in this signal. One is the 11 kV circuit breaker open. 11 kV circuit breaker should be in service position. Earth switch should be open. And there should be no fault on the 11 kV side. But all conditions are true now except this second condition, which is service. So the breaker is in test position now. So all other conditions are true. There is no fault. 11 kV earth switch is also open. I will show you the earth switch. As you can see, this is the incomer panel on which we are doing the test. So as you can see, this earth switch is open now. So this is green. The earth switch is open now. So and there is no red LED on the. As you can see, this is the trip LED on the ABB relay. This is off now. So there is no fault on this ABB relay. And what else we have here? 11 kV circuit breaker is open. Okay, it's open. It's in service. So all conditions are okay except this service position. So the breaker is in test position. So now we should not have the permission to close 132 kV circuit breaker. So let's check on the 132 kV circuit breaker side. We have configured LED number 1 for this to check if these conditions are true on 11 kV. Then we should have a signal on 132 kV permissive signal. So we have configured it on LED 1 of 132 kV Ciprotec relay. So let's check LED 1. So this is the 132 kV Ciprotec relay. Right now we have configured this relay as 132 kV Ciprotec, and we have also we have configured LED number 1 of this Ciprotec relay as a CB close permissive. So this is 132 kV CB close permissive. Okay, 132 kV CB close permissive. So we don't have the permission right now because on the 11 kV side the earth switch is in test position. So let's put the earth switch in service position, and then we will check the signal again. So okay, we will show you the input outputs also. So this ABB relay is first showing the ABB relay. It's which one? So this signal is output of ABB relay at X110 SO1 ka. X110 SO1. So as you can see, X110 SO1 is false now. So this is the permissive signal to 132 kV. So it's false because the circuit breaker is in test position now, and this signal is coming to the input of 11 kV Ciprotec relay, which is binary input 5, so this is 0 now. And this signal is sent through this Ciprotec relay, 11 kV, to 132 kV Ciprotec relay, and we have configured this on LED number 1. So this is 0 now, so we don't have this CB close permissive 132 kV. So let's now put the circuit breaker in service position and then check it. So as you can see now, the circuit breaker is in service position. This is red now. This is red. So now it means all conditions are satisfied. The circuit breaker is in service position. It is open. There is no fault. Okay. So you, as you can see now the output of ABB relay is true now. This SO1 on X110 card, and similarly we are getting the binary input on the 11 kV Ciprotec relay, and now we'll check on the 132 kV. So as you can see now, the CB close permissive. This is 132 kV Ciprotec relay. So we are getting CB close permissive. So we have prepared this labels only for testing purpose, because actually this relay is the 11 kV Ciprotec relay installed in incomer 2 of the 11 kV switchgear, but only for testing purpose we have configured it as 132 kV Ciprotec relay and also prepared these labels for this testing. Okay, so let's now check another condition. Initially we checked the service position. Now let's create any other condition. So let's close the circuit breaker. So one condition to get that permissive signal for 132 kV is that the circuit breaker should be in the 11 kV circuit breaker should be in the open state. So let's close this circuit breaker, 11 kV circuit breaker. So now I have closed the circuit breaker. Now I will show you the 132 kV permissive. This is the 132 kV Ciprotec relay. So as you can see, CB close permissive. There is no permission to close 132 kV circuit breaker because the 11 kV breaker is in the closed state. So this is another. So we will normalize this. We will open the breaker. Okay. So what was the next condition? Any fault? Any fault on 11 kV side. So wait. Now what we are going to do is, right now everything is normal on 11 kV side, and we also have the permission to close 132 kV breaker. As you can see here, this LED is red now. CB close permission. So we have the permission to close the circuit breaker. So now what we will do, we will create a fault at 132 kV side. We will force a protection function from ABB relay. For example, the current protection function. This is the current protection function. So we will force this current protection function. Operate this current protection function. Okay. So as you can see, it is showing trip now on ABB relay. So that means there is a fault on 11 kV switchgear side, and now we should not have the permission to close 132 kV. Sorry, see this is 132 kV Ciprotec relay, and we don't have the permission to close 132 kV circuit breaker. So actually all these are different conditions of only one signal. That one signal is 132 kV circuit breaker close permission. So multiple conditions are there in this signal. One is that the 11 kV circuit breaker should be in service position, that we checked. Second was that there should be no fault, that we have also checked. And what else? Then we have checked that the circuit breaker should be in the open state, that also we have checked. So different conditions, through different conditions we check this signal 132 kV circuit breaker close permission. Another last condition, not the last one, the third last, as you can see here, it's 11 kV earth switch open. So the 11 kV arc switch is open, only then we will have the permission to close 132 kV. So now what we will try to close the arc switch and then see if we have the permission or not. Actually, in order to close the arc switch of 11 kV circuit breaker, as I showed you earlier, this is the hole to insert the crank of the arc switch. So in order to operate the arc switch of 11 kV circuit breaker, I have to rack out the breaker, the 11 kV breaker. So as soon as I rack out the circuit breaker of 11 kV, I don't have the permission to close 132 kV breaker. So there is an indirect interlock between the breaker and the arc switch, and because of that I will not be allowed to close the 132 kV breaker. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So actually what I want to check is, I want to close the arc switch and then check if I don't have the permission. So let's check this. Please hold the camera. So in order to operate the arc switch, I will have to rack out the breaker. So I will rack out. Down the breaker. Okay, the breaker is racked out. So, but there is another interlock from HP that I need to have the arc switch close permission from HP side. So that we already checked. So we will just simulate that so that we have the permission to close that. So. Okay, so I have to remove this line voltage. So I will remove this. Let's see. I don't now have the permission. Actually, in order to operate this 11 kV arc switch, I should have the permission from 132 kV side. That signal we have already checked, but right now the engineer is configuring that again to get the arc switch close permission from 132 kV side. 11 kV arc switch close permission from 132 kV side. This is 11 kV Ciprotec relay. That is on the other side is 132 kV Ciprotec relay. Okay, so now we have the permission to close the okay, so please hold this camera. Oh, I don't know this. Close the arc switch. I have closed the switch now. So as you can see here in the mimic, the switch is in the closed state. It's red. So what we were checking a signal from 11 kV switchgear to 132 kV switchgear. What was that signal? That signal was the permission to 132 kV side to allow the closing of 132 kV circuit breaker. But it was interlocked with the 11 kV arc switch. So if the arc switch on the 11 kV switchgear is closed, on the 11 kV incomer is closed, then we should not be allowed to close the 132 kV circuit breaker. So we'll check it. Do we have that permission or not? So, sorry, I will repeat it again. There was some signal interruption. So, right now I have closed the 11 kV incomer arc switch. So, what we are going to check is, in this condition, we should not be allowed to close the 132 kV circuit breaker. So if you remember earlier I stated that we on the 132 kV Ciprotec relay we have configured an LED for 132 kV CB close permission. So as you can see it's not lighted up. So we don't have the permission to close. So now I will open the arc switch. So now as you can see it's green now. I have opened the arc switch. So we'll check again if now we have the permission to close 132 kV. So this is 132 kV Ciprotec relay configured as 132 kV Ciprotec relay only for testing. So as you can see here, this is still I don't have the CB 132 kV CB close permission. Why it is so? Because the circuit breaker is racked down. The circuit breaker is racked down. As you can see, the circuit breaker is racked down. Okay, so I need to rack in the breaker also. On 11 kV side, I need to rack in the breaker. Only then I will have the permission on 132 kV side to close the 132 kV side. So I am going to rack in the breaker. I have racked in the breaker. So the breaker is racked in now. Now let's check it. Now we have the permission to close 132 kV. So as you can see, this is 132 kV Ciprotec relay, and now we have the permission to close CB close permission. So this is 132 kV CB close permission. So now we have the permission to close 132 kV circuit. So that's complete our check of this 132 kV CB close permissive signal. There were 4 conditions in this. I'll show you again. First condition, the 11 kV circuit breaker should be open. That we also checked. CB should be in service. That also we have checked. Earth switch should be in the open condition. Checked. And there should be no fault at 11 kV CB set. Then, if all these conditions are true, we get this permissive signal on 132 kV side. So this was the first signal coming from 11 kV and going towards 132 kV side. Now let's go to next signal. Okay. So the next signal in this sheet, it is signal number 4. So what's that signal? Again, this signal is going from 11 kV side to 132 kV side. Okay. So what's that signal? So this signal is an intertrip. If you can see the short description here, this signal is an intertrip to 132 kV side. Intertrip from 11 kV to 132 kV side. So, but on what thing? Let's check this. Mechanical trip at power transformer, or mechanical trip at NET transformer, or 51G fault trip at 11 kV breaker, or 11 kV breaker failure. So if any of these protections activate at 11 kV side, so then we will have a signal on 132 kV side to trip 132 kV side as well. So this is a signal from 11 kV to 132 kV side. So we will simulate all these conditions one by one. So we'll show you also the terminals. So actually all these protections in the 11 kV switchgear incomer, all these protections are inside the ABB relay. The ABB relay which is installed in incomer 1. So the mechanical trip, all the transformer related protections are handled by the ABB relay, and the ground fault is also in the ABB relay, and the 11 kV breaker failure is also in the ABB relay. So one by one we will force all these signals in the ABB relay. So what is the result? The ABB relay provides one summarized signal on its output, which is X110 card SO4 output. That signal goes to 11 kV Ciprotec relay binary input number 3, and from here the 11 kV Ciprotec relay sends this signal through a fiber optic link to 132 kV Ciprotec relay. So for this signal, this signal will be generated at 11 kV side from ABB relay, and can be checked at 132 kV Ciprotec relay on an LED number 2. We have configured LED number 2 on 132 kV Ciprotec relay to check the status of this signal, because this signal is being generated at 11 kV side, and it's going towards 132 kV side. So let's check this signal. Let's check the normal condition. What is the condition? First normalize everything. Huh? Okay, so but let's normalize the line voltage. So right now, as you can see, there is this panel is 11 kV panel, 11 kV Ciprotec relay, 11 kV ABB relay. So as you can see, there is no red LED on the Ciprotec relay. Everything is normal, no protection trip, nothing. Everything is okay. So in this condition, we should not have the inter-trip signal to 132 kV. Let's check the LED number 2 we have configured. So now we are going towards the 132 kV side. This relay is configured as 132 kV Ciprotec relay. So we have configured LED number 2. As you can see, only for testing purpose, we have named this LED number 2 as mechanical trip. So mechanical trip is actually for the transformer, but actually this will light up on the mechanical protections of the transformer, also on the 11 kV breaker failure, and also on the ground fault protection that I showed. So that this signal is a summation of three signals. So let's check one by one. So we are checking the inter-trip from 11 kV to 132 kV side on different protections. So let's first show you, this is the normal condition. We don't have the signal right now. So let's show you the input output. So this signal, we will get this signal on ABB relay SO4, ABB relay SO4 card. And we will get the signal on binary input of 11 kV Ciprotec relay SO4 card. As you can see, this is false now. So there is right now no inter-trip signal is being sent to 132 kV side, and here it is binary input number 4. As you can see, it's 0, and on the other side, on the 132 kV, I have already shown you that there is no LED. Now let's check one by one. Let's first force some mechanical protection. The first part. The first part is mechanical trip at power transformer, mechanical trip at NET. So for that, we have a separate annunciator panel that's not right now installed, but we will we will force the relay which is linked to the transformer protection. Now this you are looking at the low voltage compartment of the 11 kV incomer 1, in which we have the Ciprotec relay. This is the back side of Ciprotec relay. This is the ABB relay. So as you can see, this relay, this auxiliary relay, ATR. So this is for transformer protection. So I will temporarily activate. So now this is activated. Now I have turned this relay off. So this is on now. So now let's show you the front side of ABB relay. So as you can see, on the ABB relay, this is the ABB relay of that incomer. As you can see, we have a trip signal, and we have also configured an LED for this. This is the transformer trip. So now we have tripped the transformer. The transformer has tripped because of some mechanical protection. So as you can see, which input is that? Binary output. It's binary output. 100 and SO4. It was SO4. So as you can see, so the output is true. That means now it is sending the inter-trip signal to 132 kV side, and here binary input 3 is also high. And let's check the 132 kV side. We have configured LED number 2 for 132 kV. So as you can see here, this is 132 kV Ciprotec relay. So this is we are getting LED 2. So that means this is the inter-trip from 11 kV to 132 kV. Based on the transformer mechanical protection and 11 kV breaker failure. So right now we are checking based on the transformer protection. So let's normalize this transformer protection. I will just turn off this relay, KTR. Okay. So I'll show you the ABB relay again. So it's false now, so I will reset it. So I will reset this relay. So now no signal, no red LED on the ABB relay, so everything is normal. I'll show you again the intermittent signal of on 132 kV side. So as you can see, this LED 2 is off. So we don't have any intermittent signal from here. So let's check the second condition. Second condition is in this signal. The second condition, so this is a mechanical trip at power transformer, mechanical trip at NET. For both these we have one relay, which is KTR auxiliary relay, common relay. So that we have simulated both these trips, and then we simulate now 51G fault at 11 kV breaker. For that we force this protection function from ABB relay. So right now the engineer is forcing this protection function. As you can see, he will this EF earth fault LP TOC2, he will activate it temporarily while the relay is in test mode. Okay, so activate it. So as you can see, let's see on the 132 kV side. We have this intermittent one. Again, as you can see, the second LED we have configured for any mechanical transformer protection or breaker failure on 11 kV or any 11 kV earth fault protection. If we have any of these protection on 11 kV side, then we will receive this on LED number 2 of 132 kV protection. So you have seen. Now let's move to the next. What is the next in this? So in the same fault intertrip to 132 kV side, another condition is 11 kV breaker failure. So if 11 kV breaker fails, then also it will send an intertrip to 132 kV protector. So right now, as you can see, this is the protection function breaker failure. So the engineer will activate the protection function in test mode. So you might have heard the sound. This is and LED is also configured here. Breaker failure. This is ABB relay, 11 kV ABB relay. So we'll show you on the 132 kV protect relay. Have we received the intertrip? Yes, we have received. As you can see, this LED number 2 is on now. So we are getting the intertrip signal from 11 kV protect relay, 11 kV side. Actually, this signal initiates from the ABB relay of 11 kV switchgear, and it comes through fiber optic cable to the 132 kV protect relay. So that was the last condition. So I will summarize this signal. This signal was an intertrip from 11 kV switchgear to 132 kV switchgear based on the three conditions: transformer mechanical trip, that also we checked. Secondly, if there is 11 kV circuit breaker failure. Thirdly, if there is an 11 kV earth fault in the signal list. So we check this signal. So we have checked this signal now. Now we move to the next signal. This is the last signal. This signal is also from coming from 11 kV and going to the 132 kV side. So this is serial number 5. Yes. So this is serial number 5. So what is this signal? So this is again an intertrip from 11 kV switchgear to 132 kV switchgear. This is again another intertrip signal, but on different protection. This is on the transformer protections, transformer electrical protections, which is transformer differential relay at 11 kV breaker or transformer restricted earth fault trip at 11 kV breaker. So these protections, these differential protection and REF protection, these are in the 11 kV Ciprotec relay. So this signal will be initiated by the 11 kV Ciprotec relay, and this signal will be sent to 132 kV Ciprotec relay through fiber optic cable, and the 11 kV Ciprotec relay will also share this signal with ABB relay through hard wiring. I'll show you. This is the signal list. So this signal is initiating at the 11 kV Ciprotec relay. You can see this is 11 kV Ciprotec relay. These three columns are 11 kV Ciprotec relay. So we are at signal number 5. So this signal is binary output 1. Binary output 1 of 11 kV Ciprotec relay. So this is binary output 1, and it is going to binary input number 3 X120 card ABB relay. So ABB relay is getting this signal for indication. ABB relay is getting this signal, and also for trip, because on this signal, on differential protection or REF protection, the breaker has to trip. 11 kV breaker also has to trip. So that's why this. But the Ciprotec relay is also directly tripping the breaker, the 11 kV breaker. So, and at the same time, the Ciprotec relay sends this signal over a fiber optic link to 132 kV relay. So for that we have configured LED number 3, I think. Yes. So for this signal, in order to check the signal on 132 kV side, we have configured LED number 3 on 132 kV Ciprotec relay. So let's check the signal. How we are going to check the signal? We will force these protection functions from 11 kV Ciprotec relay, because these protection functions are only in the 11 kV Ciprotec relay. So we will be using the software, the relay software, Ciprotec relay software, which is Dixie version 4, to force the differential and REF protection. So we will proceed one by one. First we will do differential. Let's check the normal condition now. What's the condition now? So everything is normal. Let's check the ABB relay. There is no red LED, everything is normal. So also on the 11 kV Ciprotec relay, everything is normal. Only these two LEDs are on. What are these LEDs? These are CB close permission. It means 11 kV CB close permissive from 132 kV. So we are allowed to close the breaker now. So that has nothing to do with any error condition. Earth switch close permission, we also have the permission to close earth switch from 132 kV side. So this is 11 kV earth switch close permission. So everything is normal here. Let's try testing this breaker on differential protection. I'll show you on the 132 kV side, the LED number 3 is off. LED number 3 is off on 132 kV side. So the engineer I will focus here, and the engineer will force the differential protection. You see, he has forced the differential protection, and we have received the intertrip on 132 kV. This is 132 kV Ciprotec relay. So we have received this intertrip on 132 kV Ciprotec. So I'll show you on the 11 kV Ciprotec relay, in which we actually forced this signal. So this is 11 kV Ciprotec relay. As you can see, it is showing differential protection. So the differential protection was forced through the Ciprotec relay software, and we got this differential protection. And this differential protection was also sent to the ABB relay. As you can see, it is at binary input number 3, X120 card, that I showed you earlier in the signal list, that it is this ABB relay is receiving the signal at X120 card input number 3. So we are getting, and on the 132 kV side, I have already shown you the signal on 132 kV. So we are getting. So let's normalize this and check this on the next protection. Show you the engineer, how the engineer is forcing the differential trip. So now he has normalized the differential trip, and now he will search for the REF trip in the software. So he has searched for the REF trip, and now he will send it. So he has sent the REF trip now, forced the REF trip. So first we will show you on the 11 kV Ciprotec relay. So this laptop is now connected through this link, the USB to serial converter. I'll show you the USB to serial converter. So this is the USB to serial converter. So this laptop is connected through this converter to this Ciprotec relay, 11 kV Ciprotec relay, because we are using the relay software to connect the laptop with this 11 kV Ciprotec relay. So as you can see here, now that he has forced the signal, we are getting the REF trip on 11 kV Ciprotec relay. This is 11 kV Ciprotec relay, and we also have this signal on the same input on the X120 ABB relay card, input number 3. It's true. That means the 11 kV Ciprotec relay has tripped on REF protection, and at the same time this intertrip is sent to the 132 kV Ciprotec relay. As you can see here, this is 132 kV Ciprotec relay on which we are receiving the intertrip signal, LED number 3. So that's complete. That completes the test of the last signal, which was the intertrip signal from 11 kV switchgear to 132 kV switchgear based on the differential and REF protections of Ciprotec relay. So we have checked this signal on the ABB relay, on the 11 kV Ciprotec relay, and on the 132 kV Ciprotec relay. So we have completed 6 signals. 3 signals were from 132 kV side to 11 kV side, 3 signals from 11 kV side to 132 kV side, and we have 2 other signals. How many signals we have?
6 completed.
6 completed. So last 2 signals, rather 3 signals we have. These are related to the test switch. These are not not being transmitted to 132 kV side. These are just local signals on the 11 kV side. As you can see, these 2 signals, test switch status. Okay, so not applicable. It's not transmitted through the fiber optic link. And these signals are coming on binary input 1 and 2 of the 11 kV Ciprotec relay, and they also have nothing to do with the ABB relay. So no interface with ABB relay, and also no interface with 132 kV Ciprotec relay. So we will check these signals. This the first signal, which is configured on binary input 1 of 11 kV Ciprotec relay, it is related to the test cover. So if we remove the test cover, if the test cover is inserted, it will be high. If the test cover is removed, it will be 0. And the purpose of this signal is to block the differential protection or the REF protection. Like when you remove the test plug for testing, the test cover for testing, then this blocks the differential protection through this binary input 1. So we'll show you the status of binary input. Right now, let's show this is 11 kV panel, 11 kV Ciprotec relay. The test block cover is there in place, and we will show you the binary input number 1. As you can see, the binary input 1 is high on the Ciprotec relay. Okay, the binary input 1 is high on the Ciprotec relay. Now we will remove this cover.
Before I remove, check the differential protection is on.
Okay, so let's check the differential protection will be enabled now.
Active.
As you can see, differential protection active on. So that means the differential protection is active now. This is the relay software, and we are getting the real-time status of the relay. So now we will remove the test plug cover. I will show you this binary input again. So this is 0 now. The binary input is 0 now, and we'll also check the differential protection now. The differential protection should be blocked now. It should be shown as blocked. As you can see, there is a status, another status, which is differential protection is blocked, and that is on. So it means differential protection is blocked. And also all the protections of Ciprotec have been blocked. Restricted earth fault protection also switched off on. It means switched off is true. It's because we have removed the test cover, and we are going to test the relay to secondary or something else. So that's why. So another signal is coming on binary input number 2 of the 11 kV Ciprotec relay. The purpose of this signal is to show if the relay is in test mode or not. So for that, we'll show you when the test cover is inserted or removed, this will remain as 1. But when we insert the test plug, then this signal will be 0. The binary input 2 will become 0. That means at that time the relay will go to test mode. We will show you this operation. First of all, the binary input 2, as you can see, it's high. Okay, there is no cover here in the test socket. So we will simulate the test plug insertion by inserting a strip in between terminals 16 and 15. So that means now we have inserted the test plug. So now you can see the binary input 2 is 0 now, the binary input 2. And the relay is in test mode now. We have configured an LED for that. You can see LED number 7. This is 11 kV Ciprotec relay, and it is in test mode now because the test plug is inserted here. So that's the purpose of this signal, which is coming on a BI binary input number 2 of 11 kV Ciprotec relay. So we have tested 8 signals. Now, where is the one? So this is the 9th signal now. 9th signal. It is the communication failure, communication between 132 kV and 11 kV. So that's it's related to the fiber optic cable link. So if that fails, we will have an alarm. So for this, we have configured an LED on the annunciator, available on the 11 kV switchgear incomer panel. We will see an LED. For that we will remove the fiber optic cable from one side, disconnect the fiber optic cable. First let's show you. This is the 11 kV incomer panel, 11 kV switchgear incomer panel, 11 kV Ciprotec relay, ABB relay, and this is the annunciator on 11 kV. So here we have an LED number 6. If you can see the annunciation number 6. Communication alarm between 132 kV and 11 kV. So what we are going to do is we will remove disconnect the fiber optic cable from the back side of 11 kV Ciprotec relay. Okay. So we have the alarm. You can hear the sound. This LED is making the communication alarm between 132 kV and 11. So this is blinking. So we have the communication alarm. So that's it. So that was the last signal, the ninth signal. So in total we have 9 signals, 3 going from 11 kV Ciprotec relay to 132 kV side, 3 coming from 132 kV side to 11 kV, and 2 signals are related to the test plugs, local test plugs, and the 9th signal is for communication failure. So we have checked all these signals. We have simulated the complete path of this signal starting from 132 kV all the way up to the 11 kV Ciprotec relay and also the 11 kV ABB relay to check the actual interlocks with the switchgear. So this completes our testing of the testing of the interface list, the interface signal list. LEDs configured. We have also shown you the LEDs that we have configured on the 11 kV Ciprotec relay. So this is the 11 kV Ciprotec relay. I will show you again for a recap. This LED 1 configured for differential protection, 2 for REF, 3 for thermal alarm. So these LEDs thermal alarm were checked during the protection function test of the Ciprotec relay. Protection function test through secondary injection. These were checked during that time. We have a separate video for that. Then intertrip and CV close permission, earth switch close permission, relay and test mode. This we checked today during our signal testing. So this completes. I would again reiterate that we tested this with after configuring the other relay as 132 kV relay. This is the other panel. So in order to simulate the 132 kV side, because in the E-house we don't have the 132 kV system, so we configured this relay for 132 kV side, and we checked the interface between this relay and the relay installed in that incomer panel. So thank you so much for your attention. This completes our signal testing. Thank you.